What have you done, Lila? You murdered Mr. Bear. You murdered him? Really? I know, I'd be sad too. You took out his squeaker. R.I.P. Mr. Bear. We shall put you back together. Don't you worry. So, start this bad boy up. Woo! I'm running to a lunch meeting right now, and not just any lunch meeting. Can you stop dinging? I'm trying to talk. Thanks. Running to a lunch meeting with the VP of Engineering from Wix, and also the head of backend engineering from Wix, who are in town from Tel Aviv. So I'm meeting up with them. And my co-founder from SpeedyTab, Ed, for lunch in Wynwood. Late as always, so let's go. All right, I'm back. Get excited, Lila. All right, so I just finished lunch with some of the Wix engineering team from Israel. And I think if there's a main focus, it's no secret that we're hiring like crazy. And one of the areas that Wix has always hired solely in Israel has been in engineering. And I think there's really a focus on how do we do that here in the US. So there's some press out the other day about growth in the Miami office. Obviously growth across Wix as a whole. It's 5,500 employees right now. So big focus on attracting more talent. So if you're looking for a job, you're an engineer out there, or you do something else, let me know. We're hiring. Otherwise, I think it's a big focus on just Wix as a platform going forward. It's so important to play that operating system type of role. So, another exciting part, can't say really anything more to it than that. Otherwise, like back to regularly scheduled programming.
What's up, girl? Are you the cutest? Hello. Yes, you are.
Speaking of platforms, yeah, it's a fridge in the middle of my place because my refrigerator is broken. Speaking of platforms, one of the big announcements for Wix this week is that the restaurants part of Wix has come out with its first platformized API, and that's for orders, which is super cool. What does that mean? That means if you're another company that's out there looking to build an integration or on top of the Wix restaurants platform, you can now use our Wix Orders API to do things like update order status, understand customer information, object information, order information, read the order, understand what items are in an order. Very important, very big. First of many APIs that we will release for restaurants to better work with third parties. So there you go. Turn around from those screens like, hey, whatever. So this week, when I post this video, it'll be this week, I am going to the Food on Demand conference in Vegas, which is a restaurant tech and last mile fulfillment ghost kitchen centric conference held in Vegas. And it's going to be my first trip, A, since COVID, B, since acquisition. So part of me super excited about getting to mingle in person with a bunch of folks I haven't seen in person in a while, but also understanding and learning how I can fit them into the mix in my new role. But also part of me is just like trying to figure out in this new life how things work when you're not in charge anymore. Like how to expense things. How do I handle meals? How do I handle this and that? Like now I have to figure all that stuff out. But anyways, I'm going to Vegas. I'm gonna be at the Food On Demand conference. If you're watching this, gonna be there, hit me up. Looking for just how do we grow the ecosystem of Wix restaurant partners. I've missed in-person conferences, honestly. At Speedy Tab, we did all the big trade shows. It was a big way of not just about acquiring customers, but really about channel partnerships and distribution, understanding who are the major players out there and how can we work together, whether that's a product integration, whether that's a go-to-market strategy, whether that's affiliate programs. But excited to do that now in the new role. So I'm gonna make a travel to Vegas and trade show, hopefully video by the day, that'd be cool. So gonna try and do that. Stay tuned. Until then, look, now I am scrolling some more.